All right, kids, I am just going to explain some simple and helpful tips for crafts this year. We're going to be making treasure boxes on day 2 and 3, and on it you're going to have to do this little mirror type of insert and this felt so that you can put jewelry and stuff in your box. All right, but there's some tricky things on the mirror. It's a self-adhesive mirror, so what you need to do is take the white paper back off first. Okay, so you take it off. It's silver and it's sticky. You take this off and you apply it onto the back of your box, or Amanda, can you hand me the picture frame? It's right here. Or on the picture frame. And after VBS, we strongly encourage you to just put a picture of yourself or someone you love in the picture frame, okay? But after you take the adhesive off and apply it to your craft, then you will take the blue film off that's on top. This way your mirror isn't going to get all icky. Now the mirror is sort of like a playhouse mirror, but you can see your image. It's just slightly distorted. But the smoother you get it, the less distortion it will have. All of the gemstones, and you'll get a gem bag, not a gem bag. All of the gemstones that you're going to be given are also self-adhesive, and there's a little white piece of paper you take off and then you apply it to your craft. All right. So we're making it as user-friendly as possible this year. There is no glue. Now, when you make your frame or your box, if you have other items at home that you want to use to decorate it, you can, like buttons, beads, anything like that. It's up to you. They're your boxes, they're yours to keep, so you can decorate them however you want. Now, if you notice, the box has brown, and you're looking at your paint and you're thinking, how in the world did we get brown out of black, blue, green, red, orange, and white? Well, I'm going to tell you. What you need is equal portions of orange, okay, and when you're scooping out colors, use a small brush, because then you waste less paint, because you want your paint to go as far as it can go, right? Then next you would add red, okay, equal portions. And clean your brush before you stick it into another, and then you would add green. Now, brown is actually all of your primary colors mixed together, but by using red, orange, and green in even proportions, it actually gives you a better mixing, because they're created out of prime colors. Red is actually a prime color. And you just mix it up. And as you mix it up, you can see you get brown. And if you want a lighter shade of brown, just add a little bit of white to it. But remember, whenever you stick your brush into white, you need to make sure your brush is clean, because it's awful hard to take color out of white. All right. Now, that's probably the most complicated color to mix that you may want to use on the crafts. Miss Amanda, when you see the craft for the treasure box, she mixes a beautiful shade of pink. And pink is made out of red and white. Start with the red and gradually add the white so that you can get the color you want. And purple is blue and red. All right. And I think you can get everything else when it comes to the paint colors. My biggest concern was making sure that you all understand everything is adhesive. This year we are giving you a larger bristled brush because there's so much area to paint. All right. Now on this box you'll see that this is rubbed. It's called a rub technique, and what you do is you put your paint on your box and then you get a paper towel just a little wet and then you rub it, and that way your grain can show through. It's one technique you can use, or the other technique that's shown here is a solid paint, which is good as well. Alrighty, always have a water container with your paintbrush and have paper towels nearby. And when you're done painting for the day, remember to seal it shut. Now, on the boxes, you're going to get this red felt. Well, the red felt is adhesive as well. So you're going to have to take the adhesive off and then figure out your placement on the box. You will get a sheet of stickers, and what we're asking you to hold out or not use until the last day is for the frame is treasured. This nice big sticker here that says treasured, because you are treasured. This is what you're going to do on day one. We have the prayer journals. What we're going to strongly encourage, and I believe when Miss Amanda shows you how to make your prayer journal, she talks about it. There's plenty of pages in there. We'd love you to put down the Bible point, the Bible verse for each day. And like I said, if you write down your questions or if you write down your answers, and especially your God sightings. If you have a God sighting, record it here, because you know what? When you join the Zoom meeting, or if you join us in person through July 12th through the 16th from 6 to 7 o'clock, you can share your God sightings with us. We love to hear about them. All right?
Mrs. Knupp, what's a God sighting?
Oh, good question, Miss Amanda. If you didn't hear, Miss Amanda asked, what is a God sighting? Well, a God sighting is when you see something that shows the work of God. One of my most fascinating God sightings, and I think it's a God sighting every time I see it, is a butterfly. To think it starts off as a caterpillar crawling around on the ground, then changes into a butterfly, and to see it flying, and it doesn't matter what you do. If you look at two butterflies, they're slightly different. God is an amazing artist. Another God sighting is when you have the opportunity to share the Word of God with someone, or just if you see someone that's grumpy and you smile, and because you smiled at someone that was grumpy and they smiled back, that's a God sighting. It doesn't have to be big. They're usually small, but they're things that are very important when you see it happen, okay? Is that right, Miss Amanda?
Sounds great.
So, if I hope everyone enjoys the crafts this year. We wanted stuff that went with the theme, treasured boxes. And then precious, you're precious to God. You're chosen. So that's why we did a picture frame, so you can put your picture in it.